the 8th of September 2025. This is the 36th week, right? Week 36 of the year. And today we're talking about CCC. What is CCC? Capture, convert, and channel energy. We're not talking about physics, but it is emotional intelligence in many ways. But it's an interesting concept that I heard a couple of years ago, and I found it very profound and very practical, because we face it. It's human interactions, it's relationships and things that happens to you. So let's get into it, and then it might be easier to understand when we go through it. So everything is energy, right? Everything around us. Every interaction, every word spoken, every experience you go through carries energy. And what matters is how do you use that energy, right? So the CCC method is capture, convert, and channel that energy. Helps you turn negative energy into fuel for your growth. So what is negative energy? Well, let's go through it. Think about capture it. You cannot control all the energy directed to you. And by that I mean criticism, gossip, envy, all the negative energy that is addressed towards you, many times in the form of words, negative words, in your day-to-day interactions. And even the positive ones, like other people may praise you, may encourage you, they may admire you, and you capture all of that. You capture the positive and the negative energy, and how do you use them to your benefit, right? Because even the praise that someone gives you, if you don't use positively, it can turn against you. It can turn against you. What about convert? What does that mean, to convert that energy? So conversion is about giving energy a new meaning. So if someone criticizes you and that really affected you, and that's a very negative influence on you, how do you convert that and turn that thing around, turn that energy around? When you receive a praise, for example, enjoy it, enjoy that praise, but don't become dependent on that praise, that you don't do anything in life without having a validation for someone. If people are not praising you, you're not doing it. So you shouldn't be dependent on praise of people. Praise is like a perfume. You just smell it. Don't swallow it, because you damage you. Don't bite it, because it may work like a bite on a fish. When you see it, you're trapped with the praise of others. So you pay attention to that. Enjoy the praise. Just smell it. Don't bite it. Don't swallow it. So if you depend on praise, criticism will destroy you. So if you depend on people's praise, with the first criticism that you hear, it will destroy you. It will collapse. Oh no, this is what they're saying about me. Right? So criticism, envy, or opposition, people that disagree with you completely, you can also convert that. Instead of being crushed, you can ask, is there truth in this? This thing that this person is talking about me, these criticisms I'm receiving, what's the percentage of truth? What can I learn from it? Because even unfair criticism can be free consultancy. So unfair criticism can be a free consultancy to you, because can show blind spots that you have. Perhaps this person said something negative that it may have hurted you, but hey, wow, there's a fair amount of things this person is saying that is true. And perhaps it's a blind spot that you haven't considered before. So conversion, it's not denial, not denying the truth that perhaps someone is telling you or confronting you an area that you have to change. Sevik Kwasimova, hey, welcome, good to have you here. So it's about using the energy for growth rather than letting it to harm you, right? Now, what about channel? How do we channel that energy? What do we do with the negative words that we receive, over the criticism, the envy? You package, you name it. Once you capture it and convert, you must channel the right direction. And China is not paying back, because that doesn't help anyone. It's the transformation that you need to do with that information, with that energy inside of you. And sometimes, and I hope a lot of the time, if not most times, you apply forgiveness, understanding, reasoning. You put yourself in someone's shoes. What is this person trying to say? Why is this person so upset with me? Why is this person being so negative towards my proposal, towards my project? So put yourself in others' shoes. This is also emotional intelligence, this whole aspect of channel it. How do I use that negative emotion that someone is addressing towards you, right? If you channel in the right directions, you can feel creativity. You can actually build stronger relationships. It can bring healing to a relationship. In a partnered relationship with your spouse, many times we address each other with negative energy, misunderstanding. But what do? Do we pay back, or do we process what your spouse or your partner has spoken to you, and then you go into a conversation and you discuss what has been done, and then you probably channel that into positivity, with forgiveness, with loving, with care. So think about a chef in a restaurant. He can get a cheap cut of meat. I'm not so sure if this is a good example, but you get a cheap cut of meat. But if it is a good chef, you're gonna turn that piece of meat into a beautiful dish. You know, make it tender, make it tasty. It becomes a masterpiece. And it's the same thing, you know, you get this negative energy and you transform into something that can become positive, into a stronger relationship. You drag wisdom out of that suddenly the negative experience that you had with that person in your interactions, you can fuel you to understand other human beings. Then you can apply that with your children. You can apply that in your interactions with others. You can actually understand people better, and you can understand yourself better, right? Now, channel. Once energy is captured and converted, you must channel in the right direction. I think I've done that before. Let me get my notes right. Nathan Unstead, you as a Christian channel. Well, what do you mean by Christian? Yes, I do believe in Christ, and we do follow Christ. But I don't name it. It's a wisdom channel. I personally follow Christ. So it's not, I don't want to brand this channel as a religious channel, but we talk about spirituality, and yeah, we're based in scriptures in many ways. But thank you for your question. Right. So why this works? This isn't just wishful thinking, right? It reflects how humans process emotions. So psychologists describes it as cognitive reframing. So this whole CCC, it's cognitive reframing, the ability to reinterpret negative experiences in a way that reduce harm and build resilience. So you get something negative that you received and you experienced, and you internalized and you transformed that into something positive, right? So you captured it, you convert it, and then you channel into something that can be positive, right? And you do that with the help of God. And then, as Nathan says, I personally believe in Scripture. So there is a spiritual aspect that you can tap into that help you to process negative experiences and to live out. Because we can't forgive. Sometimes we can't forgive on our own. We need some encouragement and a supernatural power to help us to forgive and to understand and see things, see people the way God sees them, right? To give you an example from life, an athlete, for example, he may convert criticism from a coach, maybe have a tough coach. Come on, guys, you need to train, you need to sharpen your skills. And the athlete may become, especially if it's a young athlete, may become very overwhelmed. Oh, this coach is demanding so much of me. Or it can change that into, I'm going to train harder. I'm going to focus. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to get up earlier into the sport court to practice more, really to refine my game. So it can become, I can get into a depression, poor me, the coach doesn't understand me, or I can actually get what the coach is telling me and change into fuel it. You know what, I'm going to be the best player in this team. CXXX, how do you do this when you get child abuse? That's a very profound question. You know, depending, and I'm just to speak what I have observed from dealing with people and engaging with people that have been abused. It is not an easy process. Sometimes you do need professional help, so go into counseling. But a lot of that is reframing that, because you cannot dwell in the past. You cannot dwell in that. If something happened to you in the past, perhaps it was one occasion, maybe several occasions, 10, 15 years ago. Are you going to be dwelling in that? Or are you going to reframe what that happened so that you use that in your story, perhaps to prevent others to being abused? So in a nutshell, in order to be free today, you cannot allow your past to prevent you to live a fulfilled life in the future. Yes, what may have happened to you was very damaging and hurt you, and that should have never have taken place. But that does not mean you cannot have a brilliant and a meaningful future. Many people were able to overcome that trauma and giving a new meaning into that. And it does start with forgiveness, not because that person deserves it, but because you deserve to be free in your emotions, in your life, and move forward. So let me read what you say. It poisoned my future. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. But there is hope for you. Let me call you C and 4 X's. If you are not able to reframe that, and again, you may need professional help, someone to journey with you. It is a process of healing. but I would not, you are not condemned in your life to be living for the rest of your life in misery or poisoned. You need to allow that poison to leave you. Right? Drink a lot of water of forgiveness. You need to tap into positivity, forgiveness, and healing. Mr. Tulfal, hi. Hey, thanks for the interaction. Hey, and 6 o'clock my time. I need to leave very soon, but let me leave you with a few scriptures that tap into what we're talking today about reframing negative energy into positivity. Now, capture Proverbs 18:15 says, "The heart of the discerning acquires knowledge, for the ears of the wise seek it out." So you can capture knowledge and information, even criticism, if you have a discerning heart. Right? You can capture that. What is this person talking about me, and change that into a positive outcome. What about convert? Reframing, transforming energy into wisdom. Proverbs 27:17 says, "As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another." So even friction, it feels like negativity, but can convert into growth and improvement. Right? We don't agree with each other all the time. And the channel is, it says, "Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it." All the actions that you do flows from your heart. So really convert the negativity in your heart and channel positivity towards others, because everything you do flows from within you. Another one is in Romans 12:20, says, "Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good." We overcome evil with good. Feel activities for you. Perhaps reflect on a situation where you used negative energy to feel growth. And what was the result? When you receive something negative and then you apply positivity and you pay good from evil. Now, this is something I do sometimes, and I encourage you each evening, review your day, write your journal. What energy, positive or negative, what happened to you in that day? How did you respond to that? How were you able to deal with the things that happened to you? So journal, write down. It helps you to grow and revise how you're doing with your emotions as well. You can also notice any recurring, perhaps psychosomatic symptoms, perhaps headache, tensions, fatigue you feel in your body when you're very tense. Could that be from unprocessed negative energy? I'm not saying it is, right? Could be other issues as well. But that happens to me with my level of distress. When I'm dealing with something very difficult at work or in my family, it does affect me physically. And I know affects other people as well. And then ask yourself, am I wasting, converting energy on things that do not matter? And how can I redirect towards my true purpose, the things that you are called to do, the things that you are building, either a business or your work, your career, your relationships? Get every energy and transform into that you are focusing on. Now, if this has been meaningful to you, share with others. Share this CCC principle with another person, and I hope this has been meaningful to you. Please like, subscribe to the channel if this has been helpful, and yeah, have a wonderful day. God bless you. Chris, thank you for sharing. Tulfo and Nathan, Seving, great to have you guys commenting as well. Hey, God bless you guys. I shall be here tomorrow with a different thing. Bye for now.